righty, our guest today is a 6-foot guard from the University of Iowa, the NCAA all-time Division I scoring leader, the first pick of the WNBA draft, Woo! WNBA assist leader, all-star, and 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year.
Caitlin Clark didn't just walk into the New Heights podcast as another athlete doing media rounds. She walked in as the face of an entire movement. The NCAA's all-time leading scorer, the #1 overall WNBA draft pick, Rookie of the Year, All-Star, Assist Leader, and arguably the most talked-about athlete in America sat down with Travis and Jason Kelce for one of the biggest sports interviews of the year, and from the very beginning, the energy felt different. You could tell this wasn't going to be another safe, boring athlete.
She's the most requested guest in the history of our show, and the Time Magazine Athlete of the Year, Miss Caitlin Clark. Please welcome everyone. Yeah!
Athlete interview filled with rehearsed answers. Caitlin Clark came ready to be real, funny, thoughtful, competitive, and completely herself. The Kelce brothers immediately hyped her up like the superstar she is, joking that they probably left half her.
I appreciate it. I'm excited. I don't get excited about many things, but this is at the top of my list, so.
We made it.
Accomplishments off the introduction because the list was simply too long to fit into one segment. Jason.
How many accolades did we leave off? How many accolades do you have right now at this point, Caitlin?
I think you might have made some up. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure on that. I feel like you're kind of like Wayne Gretzky for basketball right now.
Gretzky.
The amount. If you go to the Wikipedia page and you look at like the list of like awards and achievements, it's like endless.
It is.
Yeah, we had to limit it to this list just to get the show started.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Compared her to Wayne Gretzky because of how absurd her record book looks. And honestly, that comparison didn't even feel exaggerated. During her senior year at Iowa alone, Clark shattered record after record, then somehow followed it up with one of the greatest rookie seasons the WNBA has ever seen. What makes her story so fascinating, though, isn't just the records. It's the way she handled.
Is there any accomplishment, I guess, of all these accolades that has meant the most to you?
Oh gosh, that's a good question. Well, I'd give you the answer my mom would say is probably academic All-American. She was proud of me for being a good student in college. So
that's a good answer.
Nobody
Love
talks
that
about
answer
that.
from Mom.
That's what I'm talking about.
I did all right in school, so hung in there. But other than that, I mean, they're all cool, but you don't really care. It kind of just comes with it. It comes with having fun and
all the attention surrounding her. Most athletes with this level of fame start talking like robots. Caitlin somehow feels more relatable the bigger she gets. When asked which achievement meant the most to her, instead of flexing about scoring records or magazine covers, she smiled and admitted her mom was probably most proud of her becoming an academic All-American. That tiny moment told everyone exactly who Caitlin Clark is. Even after changing women's basketball forever, she still talks like a
The Time Athlete of the Year was cool too, just because you see the list of like all the athletes that they've had prior to me, and a lot of those people I idolized growing up, and LeBron's been the only other basketball player, so, and it's cool as a woman, like they haven't had many females on the cover too, so for women's sports it's kind of special, but you know, just kind of comes with playing the game and having fun, as you guys know.
Midwest kid who appreciates the people around her more than the spotlight itself. Then the conversation shifted toward one of the biggest honors of her career so far, being named Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year. Clark talked about how surreal it felt seeing her name beside legends she grew up idolizing. She mentioned LeBron James being one of the only basketball players to receive the honor before her and explained how meaningful it was not only personally but for women's sports as a whole. You could hear genuine gratitude in her voice.
That's right.
How long have you been a part of the kingdom?
I'm sorry, Jason. Not to
You can
crush
apologize to me. I'm honorary member.
I'm a Midwest kid, so there's this picture that's been circulating a couple years ago when I was on Peyton Eli's Monday Night Show, where I'm in a full Chiefs outfit. I had family in Kansas City, and I grew up in Des Moines, Iowa, which is only 3 hours from Kansas City. So that's just the closest NFL team. So my dad was a big Chiefs fan growing up.
When she talked about what that moment represented, packed arenas, television ratings exploding, little girls suddenly believing they could become the face of sports too. Caitlin made it clear she doesn't view these accomplishments as hers alone. She sees herself as part of a larger shift happening in sports.
People think I'm like a bandwagon Chiefs fan. I'm like, no, I was there before Patrick and Travis. Like we were.
I love it.
We were ride or die, so we've been big fans, and now obviously all the success you guys have had has made it a lot of fun for us.
Culture right now, where women athletes are finally receiving the recognition they've deserved for years. That humility is a huge reason fans connect with her.
Who was your childhood like?
My brother loved Tony Gonzalez. Like that was
Tony
his guy.
G.
Yeah.
What a guy.
So
He was the chief.
We would go to like one game a year growing up with my cousins down in Kansas City.
That's so
and we
fun.
still try to go. We went to the Christmas Day game last year. I think the year before you might have played on Christmas Eve, maybe. We went to that. We were sitting outside for that one. My toes were like about to fall off. My fingers about to fall off. I don't get how you guys play in that type of weather, but it's fun. And like obviously
we got heaters on the sideline. They let us cheat.
Arrowhead's not too bad.
So deeply. She never comes across like...
I got some time. So hopefully I can make it to a Chiefs game here soon. Maybe a playoff game or something. So
I'll tell you what, we punched our ticket, so we're definitely we're gonna at least have. I would assume we at least got one at Arrowhead, but you know, you're invited to them all. So
all right, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Someone demanding attention. Instead, she carries herself.
No, it was always a big deal. My dad always had them on, whether we were in the basement, whether we were upstairs. A lot of times my family would be cooking. My mom is like the best chef of all time. So she would oftentimes make really good food while we were watching, but that's what I really looked forward to most on Sundays. You know, there wasn't obviously college sports, but you know, we would be watching the Chiefs and I would be upset if they lost, and I still am. Like every Sunday, that's what, you know, is usually the brightest part of my day is turning on the TV and watching the Chiefs.
Like someone grateful for the opportunity while still understanding the responsibility that comes with being the face of the league. The interview also revealed just how massive of a sports fan Caitlin truly is outside of basketball. Once the topic turned toward football and the Kansas City Chiefs, her entire demeanor lit up. She laughed about people accusing her of being a bandwagon fan because of the Chiefs' recent success, but quickly reminded everyone she was supporting them long before Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce turned them into a dynasty. Growing up in Iowa...
We heard you got your first recruiting letter in 7th grade.
Yeah.
Is this true?
Yeah, so at the time, like...
That's insane.
It's insane.
Were you playing with high schoolers at this point?
Yeah, it's honestly sad. Like, where college, like, recruitment has kind of gone, it's just insane. But also...
I got you.
I feel very fortunate. Like, my parents were just, like... They told my older brother, like, go get the mail. Like, we don't want your sister to see that. They, like, wanted me to be in 7th grade and, like, enjoy middle school and, like, hang out with your friends. Like, you shouldn't be worrying about where you're going to college.
I love that so much.
Iowa, Kansas City was the closest NFL team to home, so Sundays in the Clark household revolved around Chiefs football, family meals, and emotional road.
Yeah, so I didn't really take any visits until, like, after my freshman year of college, and then I didn't decide until my senior year. So I was never in a rush, and my parents did a really good job of, like, make sure, you know, I have a good circle around me. Like, it wasn't always about college recruitment. I wasn't, like, posting my offers. Like, also, that wasn't really a thing when I was growing up.
And roller coasters every time the team won or lost. Caitlin described watching games with her family as some of her favorite childhood memories, and the way she talked about it made you realize...
It is now. I mean, it had to be close to when you were growing up. I mean...
Yeah, it was close. Like, people were starting to do it, like, post, like, oh, I got an offer from here, I got an offer from here.
And especially in basketball.
Now it's all you see on social media. It's, like, only people talk about. It's crazy. But obviously times have changed, too, but...
Oh, times have changed.
Yeah, it's 7th grade was wild. And I was playing up, like, 2 years, so I was playing with high schoolers. But yeah, I didn't really like think anything of it. Like, I was just going out there and hooping and having fun, and it's kind of just what came with it.
That despite all the fame surrounding her now, she still holds onto those simple moments that shaped her. Travis invited her to future playoff games, and the chemistry between the three felt completely natural, like a group of friends talking sports rather than a calculated media appearance. Moments like these matter because they show fans a side of athletes beyond statistics and highlights. Caitlin Clark isn't just a basketball machine.
And like, you come in as a rookie and like you said, like you're trying to figure out a new environment, new teammates. Like you don't want to say too much, you don't want to say too little, and it's just so hard. But like in my scenario, and obviously you guys too, like you're already highly thought of. Like people are turning to you to like be something or be someone. So it's hard. Like you're trying to get your feet wet, but also not do too much. And I think that's kind of what I struggled in early on is like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how they're going to react.
She's someone who grew up obsessing over sports the same way millions of fans do. That relatability has become one of her superpowers. As the conversation moved deeper into her basketball journey, Caitlin revealed one of the craziest details of the entire interview. She received her first college recruiting letter in 7th grade. Think about that for a second. While most kids her age were...
For not knowing, you nailed it.
Yeah. But also, like, I had a lot of really good vets around me too, so I feel very grateful for that. And we had a fairly young team too, so like people had been through it fairly recently, so they knew how I felt. But like, I feel like that definitely is a huge challenge, and that goes for whatever professional sport. Like, you're trying to learn, but also people are looking at you like, you got to perform and like be what they drafted you to be.
Worrying about homework or middle school drama, college programs were already identifying her as a future superstar. Yet instead of letting that pressure consume her, her parents deliberately protected her childhood. Caitlin explained how her parents would literally hide recruiting letters from her because they wanted her to enjoy being a normal kid for as long as possible. She didn't rush through the recruiting process, didn't obsess over social media attention, and didn't treat herself like a celebrity before she had even entered high school. That decision may have been one of the smartest things her family ever did. In today's sports culture, young athletes often get overwhelmed by pressure.
My eardrum popped and like ruptured, and I knew it right away because I've done it before, and I was just like, it hurts so bad. I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but
I've done it. How did you do it before? Can I guess?
I was too. Oh yeah, guess. It was very Midwestern.
You did it in water. You did it in water. Something
correct.
with water.
I got launched off a tube.
Why did you just get so excited? What are you, some brainiac?
That's how I did mine. I went off the diving board and tried to do as many flips as I could and smack my side of my head in the Heights High School swimming pool.
Before they're emotionally ready for it. Caitlin's parents made sure basketball stayed fun. They kept her grounded. They surrounded her with the right people.
Jason was a male swim cadet, so he had to be
This wasn't during swim cadet. Don't put me on blast like that, Travis.
That's funny, but yeah, I got launched off a tube in the middle of a lake. I was like underwater. I'm like, am I okay?
That's some Midwest stuff right there.
But yeah, so that was my welcome to the W moment.
And now, looking at how mature and composed she is at only 22 years old, you can clearly see the impact of that upbringing. She reflected on how different recruiting culture is now, where teenagers constantly post scholarship offers.
I would say, like, I don't know, life-changing maybe?
That's a great one. I think
that's all in a good way. Like, I mean, things just change really fast. Like, as you guys know, like, that's just how the world works. And especially with social media, people see a lot of your life, but that's what makes it fun and why I've had so many cool opportunities too. So it's crazy, like looking back at a year ago today or around this time, like I was just beginning my senior year of college. And obviously, you know, people knew who we were and people attended our games, but it's obviously not on the magnitude that it is now.
Online and feel pressure to build personal brands before they can legally drive a car. Caitlin admitted she's thankful she grew up just before social media completely changed youth sports because it allowed her to focus purely on improving her.
So like life just changes fast, but that's what makes it fun and cool. And you know, quickly started a new chapter of my life too, like moving here to Indianapolis, and feel lucky I'm still in the Midwest. I know you guys like the Midwest, so.
I've been in the Midwest my entire life. Jason's officially an East Coaster now.
Yeah, but Philly, of all the East Coast cities, kind of has like some Midwest feel to it.
It's the most west.
I don't think Philly wants to hear that. They'll probably hate that I said that, but whatever.
Yeah, they're not going to like that comment. They want to be far from the Midwest.
No doubt.
Exactly.
W then shifted toward her rookie WNBA season, and this is where things got really interesting. Caitlin opened up about the difficulty of entering a professional locker room as the most hyped rookie in league history. On one hand, everyone expects you to immediately become a franchise-changing superstar. On the other hand, you're still a rookie trying to learn systems, build chemistry, and earn respect from veterans.
What are your suspicions potentially as to why the NBA ratings would be down?
Honestly, like I feel like the average just like basketball fan doesn't understand how good NBA players are, and they think it looks like they're not trying. I promise you they're trying. They're just like so good. Like that's why it looks like they're not trying. And obviously the physicality of the league has changed a lot, and I wasn't around when it was like much more physical, and maybe people want more like beef and physicality and people think it's gone soft, but I think that's also because the skill has just changed and like
veterans. Clark admitted that early in the season she struggled figuring out how vocal she should be.
That's what's great about basketball. Like, it's always evolving. Like, it's going to be different than when MJ played. It's going to be different in 10 years than it is now. So it's hard for me to like put my finger on like why it has gone down. And also it's competing against a lot of football right now. You have to take that into consideration. Like, football is just, you know, that's America's favorite thing. I think people should like, I mean, I love 3-point shooting. I love seeing guys just like launch threes, but not everybody loves that. So I don't know.
She didn't want to say too much, but she also understood people expected leadership from her instantly. That balancing act is...
What do you think about a 4-point line?
I love that. Let's do it.
That's actually
a great idea.
Genius. That is
Adam
genius.
Silver, 4-point line.
How does the criminal justice major come up with the best marketing plan right here?
Sometimes you just got to open your eyes, Jason. Look at the sheet of paper in front of you.
Or we could get like just 2 spots.
Yeah.
What about you're saying that everybody's questioning how physical the game is. What do you think a hockey style fight once a game? Just everybody picks a fighter.
Who doesn't like a
boxing
good
gloves so nobody
2-minute
gets too
penalty
hurt.
boxing, you can come back in, you don't get ejected.
That's what I'm saying.
All
This dude's
right.
got some reach on him.
incredibly difficult, especially when every game you play becomes national news. What stood
Then that's when I loved it. I think it should be
Yeah.
East versus West. Like, that's true All-Stars. Like,
No
Yeah.
doubt.
East versus West, battle it out.
That's what it was about.
Yeah. So I think that's what it should be, but obviously not the commissioner. I'm on board for East versus West All-Stars. I think that's the whole point of it. That's why you're an All-Star. It's the best from the East versus the best from the West. Play each other. See which side's better.
out most was how much appreciation she showed for her teammates and
I'm
veterans.
not going to lie. I'm not a fan of any of these in-season tournaments that the NBA is doing.
Yeah.
I
I was actually talking about this today.
How are you not? What is there to not be a fan of?
all the funky floors, and then there's tournaments, and they don't mean crap. Can we just can we just play basketball? Can we just play basketball?
I'm getting like a migraine looking at the neon green floor.
Friends who helped guide her through the transition. She specifically talked
I did.
You hit a person on a tee box. I don't know how you do that.
Okay.
Who would hit a person on a tee box?
Yeah, I know I can relate. Jason, I don't know if you've played in enough pro-ams yet to hit anybody, but...
The video that was going viral where I like completely topped it. So it's crazy. Like, we're playing like these long par threes that are like 200 yards. I'm like, I'm not good enough to hit a par 3 like 200 yards. Like, so I whip out my hybrid. I'm like teeing up my hybrid club. Just top it, like straight at fan to the left.
Been there.
But I think they dodged it.
Down the third base line.
But I nailed somebody on a different par 3, like some woman, like right in the shoulder. Like
shoulder?
And I saw a TikTok like the next day, just like black welt on her arm.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's just how you hit her good if she's got a black welt.
about players like Aaliyah Boston and Erica Wheeler embracing her from day one and making sure she understood the team had her back. Caitlin repeatedly emphasized that while
Are you more competitive in golf or basketball?
That's hard. I think like golf makes me more mad because I'm not as good at it. Like I'm just like the average hack, and like you want to be good, like you're competitive, just like basketball or football. Like it's like, why am I not good at this? So, and it's like it's an individual sport, and we're used to team sports. So I think that's what pisses me off too. It's like it's all on me, and I know it's all my fault. So
I share your pain.
to make the NBA more entertaining. Caitlin immediately loved the idea of adding a 4-point line, calling it genius because of how dramatically it would change spacing and strategy. Jason jokingly suggested allowing one hockey-style fight per game with penalty boxes included, while everyone laughed imagining NBA enforcers stepping onto the court. They roasted the NBA's in-season tournament courts for their neon colors and confusing.
What would Caitlin Clark be doing? You said you were a marketing major. Would you have gone more into that world, or you think you would have jumped into something else?
oh man, that's tough. I think if my basketball career would have ended, I still would have loved sports just because it was like such a huge part of my childhood and like what I did.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe like try to work in like a front office of a sports organization or something like that. I think that would be cool. Not like the coaching side of it, but like the operations side and getting to do like free agency stuff. And I think that would be really cool.
Elite at it. For someone used to dominating on the court, struggling through average golf rounds clearly drives her crazy. She hilariously described accidentally drilling a woman with a golf ball during a charity event, then discovering the woman posted photos of the massive bruise online afterward. Moments like this humanize superstar athletes in a way fans love. We're so used to seeing Caitlin hit impossible three-pointers and break records that hearing her complain about topping golf shots makes her feel even more relatable. Near the end of the interview, the discussion turned toward her future beyond basketball. Caitlin explained that even if basketball hadn't worked out, she still wanted a career connected to sports because athletics shaped her entire life. Instead of coaching, though, she expressed interest in front office operations, marketing,